Alright, here's Duran. So, good extension, pretty good rotation. Head position looks good. Body position looks good. Might have a little bit of a excessive pause on that right hand when you're extending forward, so reach and then pause, reach, pause. Now from a long distance swimming perspective, especially with a wetsuit, you know, that's not something to worry too much about, but you can see it's about like a half a second delay there. That might be just a bit too long to keep that hand out in front. Now it's one thing if you're continuing to extend, but it seems like what you're really doing is just sort of rotating a little more, and you'd probably from a speed perspective you'd be better off just starting to pull back. You're getting a good finish through on the stroke, so you're pulling all the way through. That's good. And you know, turning to breathe. That's fine. So basically, all your or 90% of your improvement is going to come from improving your catch. You'll see that when we go to the underwater. So here, this one is just a 50 faster. So eliminating some of that delay with that right arm. That's good. You may be entering just a little too wide. You know, a lot of times I have to tell people to not go right to the center line, and it's very subtle, but your right arm maybe just be a little too wide, and I think we talked about that at the pool as well. So when you're entering, you want to kind of put your hand in the water in line in front of your shoulder, not directly in front of your shoulder, but you know, several inches in front of your shoulder. I apologize, the video is skipping around a bit. It's time to get a new tape. But you can see, you know, that right arm is pretty wide. Left arm is more where I would suggest you enter. Yeah, see the difference there. And I recall that you said, you know, you used to cross over with that one, so you can afford to bring it back in a little bit. The main issue is that you don't want to reach right in front of your head. You want to keep each hand or each arm off slightly to the side. And then at the end of the tape here, or end of the video, I did freeze frames or still frames so you could see a breakdown. But both your arms are essentially doing a straight arm pull here, so there's very little to no bend at the elbow. What you want to see is hand and forearm kind of breaking and angling vertical, where the upper arm at the beginning of the stroke would still be directly forward. That's called the high elbow catch, the early vertical forearm. And you're doing more of a straight arm pull. Now the straight arm pull is not bad. It's basically the second best way to swim. The issue is that the first third of the stroke really does not get a whole bunch of forward momentum going. It's pushing water down or pushing your body up. You can really see that, and it's not till you get, you know, a third or a quarter of the way into the stroke where you're really starting to pull yourself forward. So a lot of one arm drill, doggy paddle drill, catch up drill where you're really focusing on getting a high elbow catch. Those drills will be pretty helpful. If you know, we had you do a one arm drill. One arm drill is perfect for this particular issue because all you do is concentrate on getting the shoulder rotated inward, getting the elbow angled up, or your hand and forearm angled down. So a good line, you're pulling a good line, meaning that you're pulling essentially straight back with each stroke. That's good. It's just getting more of the catch angle is really going to increase your speed. Now when you view from the top here, what you would want to see is your hand and forearm sort of disappear from view. So whenever you see them really kind of disappear, that means you're getting a better catch. If you can still see them, then it means that the hand and forearm are still somewhat parallel to the bottom of the pool, meaning that you're not getting the most amount of leverage that you can on the water, right? Imagine like you're climbing a wall. Do you push down against the wall, or do you put your hand on top and then pull up? Now you're doing a better job with this left arm here. You can see your hand and forearm are disappearing more. So, I know it's a little harder to see here, but yeah, but that left arm looks like it's a bit of a better catch. And then this is just doing the one arm drill, so you can see yourself doing the catch. So it's a lot better here. You can see a marked difference. So you have the ability to do it. It's just going to be a constant reminder, always thinking about it. It doesn't feel very natural. You feel a lot of weird torque and tension in your shoulder and your rotator cuffs, through your lats and a lot of the other back muscles. So it takes rehearsing. That's good too on that left arm. So you can do it, certainly. Alright, so this is normal swimming before any feedback. So, good entry, good extension, nice rotation, and then just essentially looking at your upper arm and your forearm and your hand to all stay in one line throughout the first half of the stroke, really. And what you'd want to see here is that hand and forearm breaking at a different angle from your upper arm. And then a good follow through, good push through at the finish. So really just one major sort of technical aspect to the stroke that's going to make a big difference in your speed. And the other thing with doing a high elbow catch is that it does recruit a little more your lat muscle, and your lat is a better muscle because it's long. It's the best position muscle to really exert force on the water. And you can see the same angle with your left arm here. So and then another good finish. And then the next handful of slides are just the one arm drill. So you can see, not perfect, but much better, right, on that right arm. And then even a little bit better with the left arm here. There you go. So right at the beginning, that's the early vertical forearm right there. Very good.